Hi Joseph, I'm Bob Bull with GEARWRENCH. I want to show you some of our bolt biter extraction tools.
We appreciate
Now,
that.
these just came out. These are the extraction tools that you would need to drill a hole into the rounded or rusted bolt or stud. You insert the extraction tool. You can use a ratchet or an impact gun to remove the fastener.
Right, now see, that's something we would use out on the trail because we break bolts off, stuff gets rounded off. We'll show you a little demonstration of how to use those right in here.
Perfect. This set comes with drill bits. They're just standard right-hand thread. You're going to drill a hole right in that bolt, and they're maybe a 1/4 inch deep. You got your extraction tool. So the extraction tool goes right into that bolt. You're going to hit it twice, 2 times. That's it. You can use an impact gun or a hand ratchet. We're going to use a hand ratchet on this one, but here you go. I want you to do it.
All right.
So that's tightening and hit it off. See how easy that is?
Wow. Okay. So it's a lot easier than just trying to do it the old standard way, or weld on something to it, or do whatever you can to get the thing out.
Super simple.
Yeah.
So it's successful because it works. But the other thing is, it's so easy to remove. You just tap it, it comes right off.
Perfect.
Reusable.
Yeah. Very useful.
And it's not like tap and dies. It's not threaded. This is just a taper fluted design. It's
So it
very
just kind of
aggressive.
wedges in there.
It wedges in.
Gotcha.
And that's what grabs.
Nice.
Perfect. Now
What else are we working with here from GEARWRENCH?
The bolt biters, this is our extraction socket set. Now this went from a 1/4 inch to 19 millimeter. High demand. But the issue was a lot of people wanted larger sockets for lug nuts.
Right.
So we expanded the line and added the lug nuts in the bolt biter design.
Nice.
So they're thin profile, but they have the fluted design so they can take off rounded or rusted lug nuts. The other issue we had was smaller than a 1/4 inch. A lot of people said, I love the bolt biter design, but I'm having issues with smaller fasteners rounding off.
Right. Yeah, little bolts round off too.
They're over torqued, they snap, they can't handle the bigger torque.
Lots of Loctite. I'm known for over Loctiting everything.
Yes, everyone over torques, they lock tight, it's harder, so it snaps. So what we ended up doing is developing these impact nut extractors and driver sets.
Okay.
So they're just for smaller sizes.
Nice.
And you can use those with ratchets, you can use those with an impact gun. So it's perfect. And it also does both directions. You can install a fastener or remove it.
That's nice because sometimes you want to pull it out, but you need to put it back in because that's all you got.
Exactly.
You don't have a choice but to put it back in until you get to a new one.
Exactly.
So,
if you're out in the field and you got to order the part, you got to reinstall it.
Yes.
But this will work in both directions.
That's a very good feature. So it takes care of pretty much any kind of nasty garbage you got going on the trail.
Correct. 6-point, 12-point, anything that's rusted, rounded. If there's no corners, it'll take it off.
Nice. That's a great feature. Good products. I appreciate you showing them to us.
Let's look over here at some 120 XPs. Now these are some new products that we just came out with. What happened is in the field, the customers were giving us a lot of feedback on the flex head ratchets. Now what we found is on the flex head ratchet that the reversing lever was releasing. It's absolute failure. Your knuckles would hurt, be devastated.
Everybody's grabbed one, went to torque it, and it's flexed on you.
If it pops out of position. So to solve that problem, we ended up making a push button that goes down.
Okay.
So now you're not going to release it when you're using it in a flexed position.
Right.
It's a push button design.
Okay.
This is made in the 1/4, the 3/8, and a 1/2 inch style. Huge improvement from what was created a year ago.
Absolutely.
And this came from the frustrations of the mechanics. We love to hear feedback, good, bad, and ugly.
Right.
So you got to deal with the positive and the negative. It's like,
it lets you guys make better tools.
Yes.
If we can tell you what's wrong with the tools, then you can make them better.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Now, on some of the torque wrenches we had, this was another creative, innovative design that came from the field. So what happened was the torque wrenches were made engraved on silver where you couldn't read the scale.
Right.
We made a high visibility black and white scale It's easy to read. You can actually see the numbers.
Yeah, no, that's helpful.
We got rid of plastic. This is all metal handle with a knurled nub so your hand doesn't slide off.
Right.
It's knurled so you can grip it. If your hands are oily, you're not going to slip. There's a push button design. So you push it down, turn it, lock it into your place where you want to torque. And now when you're torquing, your force is going down, not up. So you're not going to push the torque to a different position.
It's holding
while
it
you're
locked.
using it. Correct. It's locked. In
Very
the
nice
head
feature.
design, we went with a 120 XP design. So this is a 60 tooth gear with a double paw. And the double paw design, it shows the gear is stacked. So that's how they get 3 degrees when they're ratcheting.
Right.
Just finer ratcheting. And I want you to feel it. You know,
Well, that's actually really light for as big as it is. That's a very light tool. And now, see, each one of these, what he's talking about is you've gone and you've needed that little extra bit and you have no extra room to make it click one more time. So this right here is just tiny little increments.
It's 3 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, it's so minute. You're always going to be able to grab a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. That's a very nice tool.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. Yeah, that's very useful because you're always getting those tight areas where you need just a little bit and you don't have enough.
Exactly. So you
to
go with
ratchet.
a little finer ratcheting.
Yes.
And then over here we have the 90 tooth. Now, this was a very creative solution that we found from the field. We were using the ratchets. The average mechanic that's putting on brake calipers is underneath the car using the tool backwards, upside down. So it's horrible to figure out if you're putting the nut on or off.
That's
what
nice.
we did is we stamped on or off on the ratchets. So now you know the direction. You know if you're tightening it or loosening it.
Right.
It's such a simple fix just to have it stamped on or off.
It saves you tons of time.
And you don't want to
On
test
off.
it because if you're going the wrong direction, you can strip it, you can over torque it, the
Right.
bolt can snap.
Yep.
So with anything such as brakes, you want to make sure you're going in the right direction if
Right.
you're removing the calipers or if you're putting them on. So it's a very simple fix that we put on all the ratchets. Everything is going to 90 tooth. GEARWRENCH has changed the 72 tooth to 90 tooth. So with that, you're getting a finer ratcheting, and it's offered in XAE, metric. They're in the combinations. They're also in the flex heads. And then next year, we're going to come out with some in the reversibles.
Oh, okay.
Now, the other good news is everyone that has gear wrenches, the 72 tooth, if they're broke and they have to exchange them under warranty, they're going to get a 90 tooth.
Okay, so they get the newer style.
The gear wrench stands behind the product. It's
Nice.
a lifetime warranty.
Very nice.
Okay, so Joseph, I wanted to show you our new products are the modular sets. Now, what happens is a lot of times the mechanic has a tool chest that they're looking to get organized.
Right.
So to keep this stuff clean and simple, we have the foam cutouts. Now this would be like a bolt biter cutout where the foam comes with the ratchet, the extension, and then all the bolt biter sizes. Now, when you're using the product, if a piece went missing, you could easily identify the size.
Right.
It's stamped on the foam. But these are also made with SAE or the metric wrenches with hex keys. They're made with stubby sockets, ratcheting wrenches. They're made with extensions, drive tools, and then we have a complete line of sockets. This would be a 1/4, 3/8, and a 1/2 inch
Right.
complete.
Nice.
So this is really good for the guy on the road. You know,
Right.
if you have a toolbox and you have to have everything, this is the complete set. And then we
Very
have
nice.
the toolboxes here with the foam. You know, this is just the foam stuff in the drawers, you can see. So this is offered by GEARWRENCH. It's just foam if you wanted to customize your own layout.
Right.
And then we have more of the drop style. Well, that's just a regular foam, but more of a drop style. Now, something like this was used by a gentleman that was replacing shower heads. Now, his big complaint, these are just tongue and groove pliers. So his big complaint was, I always have to use 2 hands to use the tongue and groove plier to get the grip.
Right.
My solution to his problem was to add this little pivot And now you can use one hand to get this working. You only need one hand to adjust. This will grab and ratchet with this pivoting piece. They call this the auto bite. So this is going to lock on that shower head. He's only using one hand to get it to work.
That's a very handy innovation.
And it's offered in all the different
Yeah.
sizes. You know, they always want you to go big, so we made it in the large size.
Right.
But just a one-hand operation. Very, very nice.
Right.
See, this one's for me.
Yeah.
That's a WJ tool right there.
Yeah.
It's very, very,
Very nice.
stuff. Then we have more of the drive sockets.
Yeah,
just
see,
how
that's
they're
a great
dropped in.
setup to have. Then it's all nice, compact.
Just
Yeah.
very organized.
Yeah, we got to get my toolbox looking like that. It's just scattered everywhere.
Yes. Toolboxes themselves, we've improved these. We've added power. So you got a power cable here with your standard plugs. We also have the USB plugs.
Nice.
To recharge your computer, your phone.
Right.
A lot of people are going with the rechargeable lithium-ion batteries for their impacts.
Yep.
So you want it to be secure, and that's what this does. You just shut the lid, lock it with a tubular lock to
Nice.
secure your tools.
Very nice. Well, we appreciate you
I
showing us
appreciate
everything.
you guys.
have some amazing tools. We are definitely going to be getting with you guys later on and seeing if we can't make my toolbox look a little better.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.